Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I'm not heartbroken because I know that it's not gone forever.
Gone but not forgotten. NDSCS in Wahpeton, North Dakota has cut at least one program as classes are set to resume next week. Thanks for joining us tonight.
One student contacted us saying she's halfway through her degree and was worried about what's next for her education and future. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric gets some answers from NDSCS about why it's necessary to shuffle and cut programs so close to the start of classes.
This mother of two is shooting for the stars.
My goal is to go to NASA with it one day.
Her passion lies at the molecular level, nanoscience.
It's really neat. They use it. Nanoscience is in your cell phones. It's in your TVs. It's in your clothes.
Zachareski says her dreams were almost shot down. The college cut her program, shuffling the students into other areas.
Are you still going to be able to complete your degree?
Yeah. I'm going to go into the use my nanoscience field experience in the biotechnology degree.
So why did the School of Science have to cut the program?
For fall of 2015, we did stop taking enrollments in our nanoscience program.
Harvey Link oversees all academic decisions at NDSCS. It's a numbers game. Link says when the program was axed, there were no freshmen or sophomores enrolled in it.
What we will be doing then with the nanoscience program is we'll be evaluating the best way to serve that industry.
Link says few area jobs and low interest meant little reason to spend the money to keep it running. He says the school is looking at several ways to help students still in the program, including the avenue Zachareski is taking with slightly shifting focus.
I can use my credits that I've gotten now and the nano classes that I've already taken towards the biotechnology, which is a very similar field anyways.
While Emily Zachareski's launch was slightly paused at T-10, she can now fly a little easier knowing her goal is still in sight. In Wahpeton, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
The NDSCS website does still list nanoscience as a degree offered. School officials say that'll be changing in the coming days. Classes are scheduled to begin next week. If you're unsure of the status of your program, talk with your advisor. And if you need help uncovering fraud or corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline 701-237-6576. Do so and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case.
A Moorhead man is in custody after police found an 8-year-old girl living in a filthy home with no electricity or running water. 22-year-old Manuel Carrillo is charged with child neglect and felony drug charges. Clay County Attorney Brian Melton says police were alerted by the girl's mother, who is an inmate at the Cass County Jail in Fargo. Police located the girl in what was believed to be an abandoned house at 1207 12th North Street. Now, they don't have running water or electricity. The girl told police she had only dry cereal to eat on the day she was found and some chicken nuggets for lunch the day before. Police also found razors, torches, and drug paraphernalia in the home. Court documents say the girl is in custody of family members. Coming up tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10, Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood's going to have much more on this story.
Our cool down continued today, including some wind. Hutch is here now with a look at tonight's forecast. And Hutch, what a turnaround from the early weekend heat we had.
You could certainly say that with cool down in many areas as many as 30 degrees, but we're back into the mid-70s this afternoon, a few peaks at sunshine. 68 in Devil's Lake right now, and up in that area, a few sprinkles showing up on radar. Bring your umbrellas in northeast North Dakota, northwest Minnesota this evening. Otherwise, things stay dry and cool. Just after sunset, we'll be in those splendid and comfortably cool 60s. Now, some soggy showers are heading our way. Mike, we've had some heavy thunderstorm showers that are sharp, brief, and heavy. But over the next 24, 36 hours, some of us may have soakers showers. We'll have details on where that's heading and your hour-by-hour forecast here in just a few moments.
Look forward to that. Thanks. Still no word on injuries following a crash that left quite a bit of damage earlier this morning. In Crookston, police there say a man driving a silver Chevrolet Monte Carlo was heading south towards city limits, swerving into oncoming traffic. Officers tried several maneuvers to end the chase, but the man headed north back into town and hit an SUV head on.
Any thoughts of shopping ended this afternoon for a driver in South Fargo. Police say the woman wound up with a pretty good headache, but as you can see, a good-sized dent in her car as well, and her windshield was shattered. The driver of the semi ran into this car from behind near Target along 13th Avenue South. The semi that hit her didn't look to have any damage, though.
A man and woman are in jail tonight after police say the man was threatening a family member with a gun. Officers tell us it started as a break-in involving a child custody dispute at the Buena Vista Mobile Home Park in South Fargo. They say the man they arrested tried to get away after threatening a woman in the home, but he didn't get very far as his car stalled. Police say the man will be charged with terrorizing the woman with burglary, and the child that was inside was removed from the scene.
Townspeople are still trying to figure out why someone would vandalize their 100-year-old church. Paint splattered in the sanctuary and on a piano at the Bethany Lutheran Church in McLeod, North Dakota. And the church's sound system was also stolen.
Now, the crimes came during a big weekend for that small town. The church canceled a charity breakfast for participants of the Cowboy Up Ride for Cancer because of all the damage. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop follows up with the latest from McLeod.
At first, it's anger. You know, one of the people said, well, they don't know the people from McLeod.
Splattered paint and missing equipment are the visible damage left at Bethany Lutheran Church. The vandals left a note after helping themselves to pancakes. They walked into the church through a side door.
That would be dark, and they had to kind of know where the light switches were.
And ruined a place many say is the center of their community.
Damaging the altar scene that we have doesn't make any sense at all.
The altar was refurbished just months ago. The painting is oil-based and 100 years old.
It's going to be very difficult to replace.
In addition to stealing the church's sound system, the pastor's robes and stoles were taken.
One stole his wife made for him 51 years ago, I believe, when he was ordained. So that's really heartbreaking. His wife passed away 2 years ago, so that's irreplaceable. And I visited with him this morning. He said, well, it's probably gone. We'll just put that behind us. And it's, well, we're keeping hope that it can still be found.
But the thing of it is you try to get everything fixed back together again and move forward, because that's what you have to do.
The people of McLeod and the organizers of the Cowboy Up event say they're not going to let this experience ruin plans for next year. They just hope to see justice. Ramsden County Sheriff's Department say they have no additional updates at this time, but if you know any information, to give them a call. In McLeod, North Dakota, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Cowboy Up participants did raise $1,500 for a reward that's now being offered for information on the criminals. If you would like to make a donation to the church or Cowboy Up, click on this story on valleynewslive.com.
Senator Heidi Heitkamp is an outspoken advocate for the Keystone Pipeline and thinks repealing the ban on exporting U.S. oil is well overdue. On Friday, the Commerce Department approved some relaxation of an oil export ban, allowing for the U.S. to swap oil with Mexico. Late last month, a Senate committee voted for legislation that would end the export ban altogether. Now, it wasn't a resounding victory, as the Committee on Energy and Natural Resource stayed along party lines in a 12-10 vote last month, but the bill is moving ahead to the Senate floor. According to Heitkamp, the 4-decade ban prevents an inevitable boon to the economy and forces U.S. allies to buy oil from countries like Russia and Iran.
That will enhance our energy security, enhance our national security, and help our allies abroad as they become less dependent on oil from rogue nations.
Democratic opposition is likely when the bill reaches the Senate floor. Many are worried about possible price changes, but also about the environmental effects of the eventual increase in oil production.
Leaders in Minnesota are trying again to get rid of payday loans, saying they're a trap. Previously, they tried to put a limit on how many loans people can take out, only allowing them 4, but that didn't go through. The biggest concern is that there's no restriction how much interest the lenders can charge. We spoke to a local woman who has used payday loans in the past and says for her and her husband, they were a vicious cycle.
His next paycheck was just enough to pay off the loan and the interest. And so then we have no money for bills or living expenses, so we had to get another loan. And it was like the same thing over and over and over again. It was like this cycle for like 6 months. And it was really scary, especially like living paycheck to paycheck.
We did contact local payday loan providers. No one wanted to talk with us on camera. However, one woman did say some of their customers would have nowhere else to turn if they were no longer able to get a payday loan.
It's another back-to-school Monday, and more than 1,000 students will be starting the year in a new school in the FM area. There are a total of 3 new elementary schools in this region, including Legacy, Trinity Catholic, and Ed Clapp. All schools are equipped with things like smart boards, projectors, even different styles of desks for kids not only to sit at, but also to stand at. Ed Clapp is holding a community open house in September for a ribbon-cutting ceremony. Following that, 5th graders will give tours of that new school.
Exciting times. Later on Valley News Live at 6, Pooch is taking the plunge where man's best friend has the run of a local swimming pool.
And mid-70s today to start a new work week. Some showers heading in for some of them. I'll have hour-by-hour details coming up right after this.